Or you can say we're doing this
And we are live. It's funny. I think sometimes you forget we're actually going live. Hit the wrong button. You'd think by episode 30 we've got this down, but clearly that is not the case. Okay, if you hand me a sticky note. Yeah, I needed the samples, not that. Okay, we are just getting set up. Hello everyone, happy Saturday. Oh, it's been such a busy day here because I know a lot of you guys got emails from me yesterday. Well, last night actually. This is here, that's here, this is here, that's here. So, first off, I wanted to say thank you guys so much while we're getting set up. Thanks to everyone who ordered that Sizzix craft box. Holy cow, we had to order 50 of them. It was really, really popular. And thanks to everybody who already called in and paid for theirs. That's really, really helpful. And to everybody else, we will talk to you guys soon. I'm super excited for the box to come. I think this is going to be a great, great product and a really fun idea. So, okay, we are just getting set up. My computer was sleeping. I couldn't get it awake, so. So we got in some new product yesterday, one of these days. I think this is the box that I was telling you guys about. And so I wanted to do a card featuring that and something that was very happy. Colorful and happy. So that is our theme today. So let me get my microphone on so you can hear me, and my assistant over there will start roll call. Roll call. Is he logged in? Are you even logged in? Oh, he's not logged in yet either. Okay.
So we have Lorraine. Hi, Mary. Judy. You love the apron. Shahidi. Hello. You got Nan, Sue, Kevin. And there's Pebble and Elizabeth and Lona. Kelly. Yeah.
All right.
Shirley. Morjana.
Wow. Okay. Marjana wrote us a whole schedule of her day. You've been very, very busy today, Marjana. That's funny.
Margaret.
All right. So well, I wanted to say thank you to Monica.
Pebble said she can't hear me.
Oh.
Hey, Pebble!
That sounded like Fred Flintstone. That was just for you, Pebble. Did you hear that? That low bellow in the background. So, all right. So, anyways, Monica brought us a snack for the afternoon, and it's a Brookie chocolate chip cookie. So it's got a brownie and chocolate chips. I'm so excited to try this, but it seems that somebody might have already been nibbling on this. I hope that was Sasquatch. I don't think he could wait till after the video. So anyways. Hi, Kathy. Oh, there we go. Pebble heard you this time.
Tell Shirley Durrell is my cousin.
Durrell.
Darrow is my cousin.
Durrell is my cousin. I don't think that was an English accent.
Oh,
Daryl. Not Durrell. No, that's the southern. Maybe a southern accent. No, it's Daryl.
Oh,
Kinda. Yeah. Anywho. Yeah, so clearly. Okay, so let me show you guys. He says, Taylor. Okay, so the, let's see. The Sizzix box that we talked about is the one that went out in special order Friday in email. It was the one in the morning and in the later morning. So that's the one that we were talking about. It was really, really popular. And so I don't know if they're sold out or not, but I know our order already went in and we got a whole bunch of them. So anyways, today we are celebrating things that make us happy because that's the one that I chose. And I decided that I'm so excited to show you these products. Let me start with that first, and then I'll talk to you guys. So this here is the new Say It With Stamps system from PhotoPlay, and these are high quality, made in the U.S. Clear stamps, photopolymer stamps. They stamp really nicely, but they all have these coordinating dies that make them really awesome. So by the end of the program, we will have some bundle pricing for you, because right now we're going to be selling them as a unit. Did you give me these together? Because there's no die for the birthday. All right. Let me start with one that oh, there it is. They just got mixed up. So, okay, so let me kind of explain. And actually, I'll start with the happy one, because I have this sample right in front of me. And then maybe you could go through my pile of samples as I get to the ones and hand me the pictures that match it so they could kind of see. Oh, where's the, oh. Thank you. So these ones here are, or I could just, are mine out of the package? You can hand me those. We're going to use these on both. We're going to try for 2 samples today. So I got to keep moving because we've got a lot to cover. And we voted, both of us, and I decided on one sample and he decided on another. So we might be doing 2 samples. So the sentiment stamps, they are really little and they're mix and match. And actually you can't read those any better than you can in the package. So, okay, so what it is there is a stamp down here and a stamp and die. You've got a matte and then a really thin script die here. And so you'll see what those look like on this particular card. So this is your matte, and then this is what that beautiful script die looks like. So, oh gosh.
So happy.
Oh, is that you petting the happy? I don't know what he's doing half the time. So what it is, do you guys remember those fridge magnets where you had the little squares of words and you could move things around to spell various things or say what you wanted? So that's kind of the concept. And this is meant to be a mix and match set so that you can say exactly what you want to say on your card. So the one that I made for this card here, it says sending happy thoughts your way. And so all you do is you pick the various sentiments. And so this one is, there's so many reasons to be happy. You can do happy anniversary, happy Valentine's Day, happy Friendship Day. There's a whole bunch of holidays in here. You make me all kinds of happy. You make me so happy. Today's a good day to be happy. So lots of cool sentiments in there. And I didn't even come close to reading them all.
You did a very good job there. Very well done.
Thank you. Okay, so, but while I go through these and show them what the ones are, will you pick out the samples that match? We're going to come back to that. Okay, so then the next set that we have is the birthday. And so let's get this party started. Dang, you're old. Best birthday ever. I'm just giving them a sampling. I wish he would just do his job and not tell me how to do mine, but I don't think that's going to happen. Okay, where's the birthday one? If only he was good at his job. Okay, so I printed these out, but they seem to be giant. So this one here, what's cool about it is they took the scripty one of the die and cut it right into the card thing and turned it into a shaker, because you have that, and so you can make the sentiment any way you want. But the cool thing about this is it makes the cards so easy. Okay, so that's the birthday one. Then let me, there's a mom and a dad one, and with Mother's Day, and Father's Day coming up, this is great. But also, there's a lot of times you just want to send them a card, whether it's Mother's Day or Father's Day. So it says, Mom, you rock. Thanks, Mom, to my lovely mom, or something like that. Here is a cool sample of something you can do with that one. And they actually cut the shadow out of vellum to put on this really colorful background. So, oh, hi, Dad. He just came in right when we were doing the mom and dad set. That's funny. Okay. And then do you have one for Wish? So this one is Wish, and I know this one has been really popular. Something like wish, and then all the happiness your heart can hold, sealed with a wish, wish upon a star, big birthday wish, and blow out the candles, wonderful birthday. So has some birthday themes, but a lot of other themes as well. This one is the friend one. Nope. Okay, he's looking, but it says, from your favorite friend, a good friend bails you out. Stay weird, my friend. It's okay not to be okay. Happy 29th birthday from your 110-pound friend. That is hilarious. So, adulting is hard. Hang in there, friend. So, I'm telling him. And then this one here, there's lots of... Okay. There's lots of cool things that you could do with congrats, and it's great for graduation, but also for other things. Oh, dear. They can't see that, you weirdo. Anyways, from an awesome friend to another, this is your hello set, and he's stopping me from reading them, so hopefully you guys will be able to to pause, because he won't let me read them to you anymore. So, and then this set here, this one is a set of these dies, and what they do is they perfectly cut out the little sentiments, and these guys are tiny, so they're even smaller than the simple strips that we have from Tailored Expressions as an option. So there's even more ways to say what you want to say for your card. Okay, so this is the new product, and I'm so excited about it because there are really a lot of options for us card makers. So we've decided today we're going to do 2 cards. Have we decided that? Huh? Okay. Did you give me the sample of this one? Let me have the sample so that they can see where we're going. Okay, so this is the card that Sasquatch chose. Okay. And for a background, he decided that this is what we're going to use today. So this is the Sizzix brickwork, and then he put Delicata Gold on it and put it in, he put Delicata Gold on the embossing folder and then embossed it. So there's ink down in the crevices of the embossing folder. So what we're going to do is we're going to create most of this stuff here for the front, and we're going to figure out how to make this work, even though I have done it in pastels. So it'll be fine. I think that'll be good. Yeah. Can you find me some gold paper that will be a nice mat for this? Okay, so this is Sasquatch's card, and he has chosen his sentiments. So how... See, Inger says read them, please. So, okay, and Elizabeth votes for 2 cards. So we're going to try to move relatively quickly. So this says do what makes you happy. This one says today is a good day to be happy. This one says happy looks good on you, so that one will go on the bottom. This one says be someone who makes others feel happy. And this one says you make me all kinds of happy. I feel like you gave me that one. All right. Okay. Anywho, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp each one of these, and then I'm going to line it up with the die. And this is a perfect time to pull out your sidekick. So, and hopefully by me mentioning that, my sidekick might magically appear on my crafting space. One might hope, but we'll see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the VersaFine Clair here. And what I found is when I did the other card, I actually stamped 2 sentiments at once. And the nice thing, thank you. Thank you. The nice thing about 2 sentiments at once is that you don't have the rocking issue, but because I'm going to be doing multiple colors and in each sentiment on a different color, I don't really have that option. So if I were making lots of this card, I would stamp multiple sentiments all on pink at the same time and then cut those out, and then you could just mix and match to make the card, and you could pretty much make like 5 cards at once. So, oh, look at how good that's stamped. That was great. So this is the Stamper's Secret Weapon, and I brought this out the other day. Sometimes setting things up on your MISTI is just kind of a pain in the butt, especially when it's just going to be one quick stamp. So I like this Stamper's Secret Weapon, especially for clear stamps. It gives you this perfect surface to push down on, and especially important on these particular tables here, because this table is a little bit wonky from the heat tools that we've used, so it isn't perfectly straight. So I like to put this down, and it makes sure that I get a better stamped image most of the time. So I just need to make sure that the one that I said was going to be at the bottom, happy, what did that say? It looks good on you. That one has to be purple. Okay, because I kind of want to make these, although I didn't really arrange them via size, I want to make them go in rainbow order. I don't know. That seems like a good idea. So now I'm using my VersaFine Clair for the stamping ink. I pushed a little hard on that do. So what I'm finding is that the stamps, these clear stamps, are stamping really nicely right out of the gate. One, it's because they're made in the US, so they're really quality polymer stamps. But the other thing is that VersaFine Clair is really great for stamping with clear stamps. I love it. I love it for a lot of reasons, but that's one of them. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to do yeah. So you'll see that I turn them over. A lot of times I'll turn over a stamp and then pick it up, because especially for one like this, you can make sure that it's straight. This particular block that I've chosen has some lines on it. So I'm just kind of using those to make sure that when I stamp my sentiment, that my sentiment is stamped straight, versus, because you can curve it, right? I'll show you just a second. So let's say I wanted to do something else. One of the things I can do with a stamp like this is I can actually make it curve a little bit, okay, when I put it down. So you can get, you have to be good at it, but you could stamp this one curved like that. Isn't that cool? I think that's really neat. And that is because it's so thin that you have, it looks like a smile, doesn't it? Oh, I didn't plan that, but I like that. Okay. Alrighty. Let me cut this one out. Now the only thing with that curved one is you want to stamp that kind of just right on your background, because you won't have a die that goes with that. And the blue one, okay. And so this one says, today is a good day to be. Okay. This is an awesome way to use up your scraps too, right? Because now, I don't know about you guys, but I certainly don't save scraps that are this little. I have a Sasquatch who cleans for me, whether I want him to or not. So there is no way I would get to save scraps that small. However, stamps and you know, dies that are this size are really, really great for using up scraps of cardstock. Maybe not so much the pattern paper, but well, actually, the pattern paper is great for doing this part of it. So if you have scraps of pattern paper, that would look really nice too. So, okay. Oh, that one's upside down. Didn't make any difference. Okay. I wiggled that one a little bit. Wiggle it just a little bit. There we go. All right, and I will set all of those stamps off to be cleaned by my assistant, who went and sat down. So this is the card he picked, but you notice he's not here. I feel like he should be doing this one, but I don't know. So okay. So what we're going to do next is I'm going to grab all of these guys here, and then I'm going to grab my set of dies. And my dies, and I'm going to grab my maker's tape, which is outside of my reach. So I think my trusty assistant will go grab that for me. So these dies, So these dies here, they need to be cut apart. So some kind of wire snips, something like that will help, or you can, you can bend them if you want to separate them. But what you're going to do is you're just going to take these and you are going to line them up. Did you find it? I don't know. I got enough scraps. I guess this will work for me. Oh. So you're going to line it up so that it's nice and straight. Oh, thank you. It's a little hard at this angle to see if I've got it straight. So but we're going to wing it. Put that on. Now, for those of you guys that have a sidekick, and you haven't brought it out in a while, I want you to put it somewhere where you will actually use it, because this thing is so awesome. Look at how little room it takes up, and it's super fast to die cut things. Plus, because the pressure is so awesome, because all the rollers are so close together, that it does, for these kind of things, it does a one pass cut for most things. So okay, so I've got that one. Let's see what else we've got. Do what makes you happy. That one might be too long. Let's see. Nope, that one's too short. Okay, so we'll do this one. Do you want to line these up and I can move on? Could you line these up for me and die cut them? Hello? Okay. So I'm going to pass these off to my assistant. I think you guys get the idea. And I'm going to pass you these too in case you need to. I'll just do this last one here. Can you guys see? Am I even in the camera? Sometimes with these detail things, I pull them so close to me that I forget. And did you find me a gold paper? Huh? Something that matches the delicata. No, you want it on black? Okay, we can put it on black. That's fine. This is your design. The pressure's on now. No. We looked around to try and, oh yeah, good idea, Lori. That is a good idea. So Lori's suggestion is for that one that we did as an arc, that if you did a circle die first and then tried to fit the stamp in there, that could work really well. And I agree. I think that could be pretty neat. There's that other die. So I'll just hand you, oops, this guy. And let's see what, I'm going to just set that off to the side here. Hand that over. Could you hand me the a sheet of the mixed media paper, like a scrap that would be the size of a card front? Yeah. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so I am going to show you guys how to do the second card while he's working on his card. Okay, could I trouble you though before you get too far for some clean water? Because this one I think is really a neat technique. And I just kind of figured out what I wanted to do this morning. I was looking around because you see these color swatches, you know, people do them all the time, and I find them a little bit challenging, to be honest. You know, the designers that are very familiar or good at watercolor, they make it look so easy, and I've tried it before. It's not necessarily something that I'm great at. So, and I also need a paper towel. So I thought I would try something a little bit different today and see how it worked. And I'll tell you what, I was pretty happy with it because it went very quickly and the colors are very bold. Thank you. So what I used is I used re-inkers. So I used fossilized amber, fired brick, and carved pumpkin. And that just happens to be ones that I had pulled here at the store. Okay, Carrie, yeah, we'll try to get them all emailed out in a newsletter. I'll try and work on that tonight so that you guys, while it's fresh in your mind, you guys can actually read the sentiments, because there's some really, really great ones in there. So this can be done with really any of the re-inkers that you have in any color scheme. But when you are going to blend the colors together, giving yourself kind of a trio of colors that work well together is going to be pretty helpful. So even if you did a yellow, a green, and a turquoise, or a yellow, a green, and a blue, or a green, a blue, and a purple, you know, something along those lines. But if you went from a orange to a blue to a gray, or I mean, try it, you know, but you'll know more about how this will work once you give it a try. So I am going to just work with some, you want your spray bottle, and I have two different paintbrushes today. So, and you want clean water. So I'm going to use this one for my washing around, and I'm going to use this one for putting water on, although I might be able to get away with just the big one. This is how I did it the first time, and you know, I'm not so great at this, so I don't want to muck it up. So you're going to just give yourself a wash in about the place where you want the water mark to be. Okay? You're going to just make it wet, but you don't want to make the whole thing wet. So, but you got to move quickly. So I'm going to just kind of show you about where it is. All right. So I'm going to make sure I have enough water in this spot here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one drop of each. Again, you want to move quick. Okay. So quick that I'm not putting the lids on, which could be dangerous later, but hopefully we'll be careful and be okay. Okay. So now I'm going to start at the lightest color, and I'm going to take this and I'm just going to wash the color. But because I had that color wash earlier, and then I'm going to rinse my brush, and I'm going to go into the orange, and I hope you guys can kind of see what's going on. It is so pretty. And so, but you can make it a little bit wider if you want to, and then I'm going to go into the red. So, but because of the way that this works, the colors tend to stay in, they tend to stay in that first palette that I gave them. So hold on, I gotta untangle, and he's on the phone, so I gotta get my heat tool on the floor, just out of reach. So now I'm gonna dry it a little bit, and we may have lost some of the yellow because of the tilting, but actually it's working out okay. So I'm just gonna let this dry, or I'm gonna try to dry it actually. I think I shouldn't have picked it up. Can I have another piece? I want to start over. This is episode 30. This is the first time I've had to start over. Well, could you cut it to size? Is that doable? It's actually not turning out bad. I think I could still use this one, but I would like another one. We're going to do it again, and I'm going to do it at the speed that I did the other one, because I think it turns out better. But so again, I'm using that mixed media cardstock. We've still had troubles getting it back in. But I think in another week or so, there should be another shipment coming our way. So I'm hoping. Yeah, thank you. That's like a little bit short and a little bit too wide. Why did you cut me a square for a rectangle card? It cut me a 4 by 5 1/4. Please. I don't know, my friends. I don't know. Okay, so we're going to try this one more time and see if we can nail it a little bit better. Although it's actually, now that it's starting to dry, it's not bad, but I've already decided we're going to do it again. Now, I don't have, I have tinted orange water, so you guys might actually be able to see this just a little bit better. Nope, just kidding, you can't. It doesn't really show up any better. So, but that's okay. All right. So we're going to do a quick wash, and then we are going to put yellow. I'm going to move the orange down because maybe the orange just got, so remember we've talked about this before, that orange will take over yellow and red will take over all of them. So you want to be sure to give the yellow some extra space so that it can have its own kind of safe space. And I think that's what I didn't do on the last one. Yeah, that looks about right. Okay. There we go. So, and then you can do just a little bit of that, or this is what I did on the last one. That's what I remember. Okay, to get the colors to move, and then we're going to dry it. So I'm going to take the back side of my paintbrush and hold it down so that my colors don't go totally out to the side. They just kind of stay where I want them to be. Then I'm going to take this guy here and I'm going to do a little bit of tapping. And what I found with the tapping is that I got a little bit of stuff outside the frame, but I kind of liked it to give it just a little bit more of an artsy feel. There we go. Yeah, I like that. That looks great. So let me get this dry, and I think he is still die cutting over there for the Sasquatch card. Yeah, he is, I'll tell you what, he is definitely missing his, we have a chimenea in our backyard, this cast iron chimenea that we got at a flea market, and oh man, it's so awesome. It's the only one we've ever seen in cast iron, and he uses the heck out of it, so it's at least a little bit like some outdoor time, so that's been pretty nice. But okay, so, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick, oh yeah, that turned out really pretty. I like that a lot. Going to spray it, give it a little bit more, a little more interest. How are our sentiments coming along? Slowly? Okay, so I have to share something else with you. So today, Vanessa Romero, and some of you guys might know her, she stopped by to pick up some stuff. And she brought us this product. And she gave it to me, and she said, Brooke, I have to give this to you, but I want to apologize in advance. And I was like, what? She said, because you are going to get addicted to them because they are so delicious. And I have to tell you, I opened the bag, and I was like, oh my gosh, they are really, really good. So thank you, not thank you, Vanessa, for introducing me to these new snack crackers. And Bigfoot won't even try them because he thinks it's a slippery slope once you try one. It's like, remember the, what was the Lay's commercial, you can't eat just one? And that is very true for those things. So, okay. So, all right. So now what I'm going to do, now the trick to getting this next is out of the background specifically, you are going to want to cut this sentiment, and you're going to want to put it wherever, however, and wherever you want the sentiment to be. So you just got to make sure it's straight because there's not really any do-overs. Luckily we have a second background, but there's no do-overs. So make sure that it's straight, and you'll put some tape on there, and then you'll hand it to your assistant to do the cutting, and then he will hand it back when he's done. It works really, really well. And then there's a piece over there, I think, that had some extra scrap stuff. Can you cut the detailed happy out of that? Whoa. Sorry, I didn't do it right. I was trying to have him avoid my water cup. He's very determined to use his serving tray. Okay, but while you're doing that, could I maybe have... Oh, he's got them all for me. All right. So, we've got all of these guys. And what he decided is that we are going to use this. So, I feel like we might need a butterfly or something. Don't you think so? Well, let's see. Let's see how this lays out. Because it could be really, really cool. Oh, put the camera. Okay, here you go. Food first. It's called Wicked Minis oyster crackers, and they're garden dill flavored. I don't know where she got them. She didn't say that specifically, but they're amazing. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're at PCC or maybe they're at QFC, but wow. What am I getting? Oh no. I don't want to have to use these. They don't even match. They don't even match. Okay. So I'm not sure why he's decided that this is the card base that we're going to use, but it is. So we're going to put these in rainbow-ish order. And you guys, before I glue this all down, you guys are going to get to tell me if we like this or we need to move to a different embossing folder. But, you know, it could work. And actually, if we mat it in black, I just need to see about how much space this is going to take up. Okay, and then the yellow one, and like that. So, I needed this out of white. What did you cut this out? What in the heck?
I saw that.
So, could you hand me that? Well, he was here to see the first one made, and this is what I get back. So, this isn't the card that we were planning. We're going to have to switch to the other background. We're going to have to dry it because it's not dry. I needed this out of white. Yeah. So, well, you know, when you hire Bigfoot as your crafting assistant, you might just get that. So, all right. Luckily, we did 2 backgrounds. So let me dry this one real quick for him. Oh, I'll show you, Shirley. Hang on one sec. I went a super, super easy route. I'll show you which pictures. You're talking about for the Bigfoot card, right, Shirley? There's one that has die cuts. It's right there by the, yeah. Remember when I said there's one that has die cuts already out of it? Okay, and then this one, but you'll have to make sure that the happy is straight now. Okay. All right, so I'm going to trim this down a little because it's exceptionally long. And I'm going to try and straighten up some of these edges. So when you do die cutting with, or use a 3D embossing folder, because of all of the pressure and the stretching of the paper, sometimes at the end, after you're done, you need to go back with your paper trimmer and clean up those edges, because it turns out that with the stretching and the warping, it can give you very uneven sides. Okay, so you want me to line it up? You don't trust yourself now? Okay. So we are, let's put it this way. All right. So we are going to, does that look straight, you guys? I think so. I don't have any more tape. Oh, I got a little piece here. All right. Yeah. Okay. So I have to tell you guys something funny too. So one of the ladies that I was talking to today, she says she watches our videos. She's still working. She works for the school district. and she'll know who she is if she gets this far in the video, but she says she watches these videos every night before she goes to bed to get caught up on the day's activities and whatnot. And she says she finds my voice very soothing and it makes her fall asleep at night. So I think that's a compliment, right? But it struck me as very funny because of all the things that I think my voice is soothing is like not one of them. So that made me laugh. Okay, so I think we are going to go like this. I think this will work. What do you guys think? Yeah? That looks better. Thank you. Can I have a piece of black cardstock that is 5? Why don't you give me 5.5 by 4 1/4 and I will trim it to the proper size? How's that sound? How do you guys like that? Is that good? Okay. So what I did to make this card is you could do the inking. You could make your stripes. But I picked, I love this Lawn Fawn has these stripe papers. And I think they are so fun for making little things like this because it's very bold. You can't use a lot of it, but it's great for doing matting and things like that. Okay, so I just picked coordinating cardstock. All right. He just made me go a little bit faster. Okay. Oh no. Remember when I just said I was going to make a big mess? All right, so I'm trying to get through 2 cards here today, my friends. We're going to do our best. So let's do, and I think we're going to make it. Glue. And I will need a white card base, please. 2 white card bases, please. So I've got to hurry a little bit because, so what happens is if we go over an hour, I'm not able to upload it to YouTube, I think. And there's a lot of people who aren't able to join us on Facebook Live. This is what I've heard. So we're going to, oh, you know what? It would have been good to grab my score tape actually for this, but that's okay. So we're going to hustle just a little bit and see kind of how we can pull this off. But I think we can do it. We still have quite a few minutes. Oh, if I would get it straight. That would be another situation. Okay. And one more. Yeah, that frames it pretty nice, I think. Let me do this one more. Bigfoot's clapping for himself over there. Just gotta do. Okay. Good. All right. So let's do this one first. Do you want this on foam or can I just glue it down? How about if I glue it because you responded too slow? All right. So this is going to look really cute, I think. The gold, I don't know about the gold on the embossing folder, but you want foam? Okay. Where is it? He wants foam on the sentiments, his creative license. So I'll have him grab a package so that you guys can see what this is. We used this foam here on episode something something where we did the graduation shaker card with alcohol inks, and so a lot of these little bits that I have left are left over from doing the shaker card because I wanted full strips, so they're perfect. These foam strips are perfect for these sentiments because they're already so thin, so it makes it really, really easy. It's a little slower than glue, I can see, but makes it really easy to pop these in place. Okay. So can I hand these? I'm going to assemble. Oh, I need some yellow, actually. I'm going to need some yellow. Thank you. So these are the foam squares right there. I'm going to need the yellow cut, the yellow mat. It might have been ambitious to try to do 2 cards, and maybe had we not mucked up the first background and had to make another one, but then maybe... But isn't that crafting? So it's like speed crafting today. I don't think we've had that challenge. We've done a 2-color challenge, but not a 2-card challenge. That's a lot. Okay. So, and from my angle, I cannot really tell if these guys are going on straight. So hopefully you guys can see what this looks like. Is that the right size? What size did you cut it? 5 by 4 1/4. Try 5.5 by 4 1/4. And then I can trim it down if need be. So normally when I would cut a mat for a card, I would cut it to 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. But given that it is Saturday and I think my assistant here, his measuring skills seem to be a little tired from a full week of being creative and crafting, because he's actually picked a lot of our projects this week. I think his measuring has already been put to the test. So we'll let him have the day. Have the day off. Well, he gets tomorrow off, sort of off. So, oops, that was a little remnant from something else. Okay, and I'm almost done here. I need the card base, the white card base. Okay, are you able to fold it for me? We're in a rush. The assistant is having to do like assisting type things. Okay, this is so cute. Isn't this so cute, you guys? Oh my gosh. Do you love it as much as I do? Oh, look at that. He wants to show off his creation from yesterday. He loves the glory of crafting. Nicely done. Nicely done with all that color. Yeah. He's hilarious. Okay, well, that clearly doesn't fit the size, but we'll trim it down. Okay, so throw some quick glue on here. Okay, I still got a few minutes. We're doing great on time, it looks like. Boom, 1 card done. Pretty cool. Oh, he says I have to trim it. No details left undone, I see. Okay. Just like, and maybe a little bit more. All right. Sasquatch would like you to know that he got his card done first. Okay, so now we're going to do this one. How did you get it so dirty? I don't know. I don't know, friends. I don't know how that even... I need the piece out of there. You can't lollygag. All right. So I may just, because it's kind of a little bit messy on the sides, I'm not sure what happened there. I'm going to trim this down. So we're going to make a card that's a slightly different size. Just because that was really a strange... strange bit of dirt there. Okay, thank you. Yep, that'll work. Which one is it? No, it's this one. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just glue this on. It's going to glue on flat to the card. And with a nice matte for sunshiny color. So you can do this cool technique really with a lot of your different backgrounds that you make. So we're going to take, this is the paper towel foam squares. These work perfect on the back side of the Happy because they fit right into these little spaces. and they give it just enough dimension that it'll stick up and it'll be obvious without so much dimension that like you had to pay extra postage. It should just mail just fine. Okay, and then what we're going to do is, actually usually I would do this first, but I didn't do this, so we're going to just change up the game plan just a little bit. Okay, and then you'll stick this exactly over the top, and you've got some instant dimension, but with a cool little shadow effect. So it's pretty neat there. And then we're going to grab our sticky specs, our new favorite tool. Okay, and I need one more card base before, oh, I got it. Okay. I think the only thing we're not going to get done on this card is those little sentiments, but I know you guys have the idea of what that looks like. So I put sticky specs on the back of this because it makes it so much easier. And then I just start on one side and I kind of bend the die cut as I go along to make sure that it gets lined up perfectly. And it's so easy to do this kind of I mean, we've been doing backgrounds now for a couple weeks, and I know you guys have been practicing all your new techniques and stuff. So dies like this make it awesome to use your background and let it be the center focus, where you can really celebrate all the color and the beautifulness that you just created. So we're going to trim this down, and it is going to be a different size card, but my guess is it can still fit in an A2 envelope because it's still just the same height. It'll just be a little bit skinnier. So, but, okay. So let me, $9 if it's the craft box. Okay. Okay, so there we go. And look at that. Cool, right? Came together really, really quick. Can you guys believe we did 2 cards today and had the assistant help us? So, like we had talked about those sentiments on, say, the rainbow one, the assistance card. If you actually stamped all those sentiments at the same time and then die cut them, you would have 5 cards done. I mean, it is so, so fast to do these kind of cards. And then I'm just going to stick this guy in here and trim it up. Boom. There we go. So all I need to do then is finish this one right here to get the card finalized. Easy, right? Isn't that cool? Okay, so you guys love the bricks. Now that we've got the card together, well, he gets more crafting kudos. So I'm going to go through stuff really, really quick, and I will send out an email with bundle pricing, so you guys will have it, and some pictures. I'll work on that tonight. So we've got the die. This goes with all of your sentiments. There's a hello set, a congrats set, a friend set, wish, mom and dad, birthday, and happy. We also covered a really cool technique with some distress inks, re-inkers, and we used fired brick, fossilized amber, and carved pumpkin. We used the 3D Brickworks embossing folder from Tim Holtz Physics Chapter 1. And so this one here, we'll have to clean it because of that gold ink, but I don't have the packaging for it, but we do have this either in stock or coming back in next week. So that is a lot of stuff we covered today. We covered a lot. So thank you guys all for joining us. And from me and the team, we are going to take a couple days off because it's Sunday and Monday. We're going to rest and recuperate and get some other stuff done. And we will be back here on Tuesday at 2 o'clock with another live episode. Thank you all so much and have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Bye-bye, you guys.